Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Mental Health Monday. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday so far. So today I'm going to share with you another tapping meditation. This one is unlike the more recent ones that I've posted, in that there isn't a script necessarily for it. There's a short part with it, but for the most part, I'm just going to be asking questions and getting you to kind of reflect on, this one's for anxiety. So reflecting on your anxiety and trying to get at the real root cause of it, because sometimes we think that we have sort of like general anxiety, or we have one big thing that we think we're anxious about, like our health, but it's hard to tackle something big and general like that. So if we can get a little bit more specific about what elements of that bigger thing are making us anxious, it becomes a little more a little easier, a little more manageable, to actually take action and do something about that anxiety. So as you're thinking about, the questions that I'm asking and tapping, things will likely come up, thoughts, emotions. If that happens, great. Just try to keep them in mind, and then after we're done the meditation, just take a moment to jot them down. You can sort of, fully reflect on it right then and there by, meditating further, writing, talking it out with somebody you trust, or you can just kind of jot them down, put it aside, and let your, subconscious kind of work on it in the background, and then go back to whatever comes up when you're ready to think about it in a little more depth. So just to review, if this is the first of the tapping videos that you're watching, the 9 points that we generally tap on, we always start with the karate chop point, the move to the eyebrow, then the side of the eye, then underneath the eye, under the nose, under the mouth, sort of in that divot underneath your bottom lip, your collarbones, and that's sort of, you find where the sort of like L shape is, and then go right into the corner of it. There's sort of 2 little indents right there. So that's where you're tapping. And then under your arm, which if you're a lady and you do wear a bra, it's sort of right where the strap of your bra is. But if you don't wear a bra, it's sort of, 3-ish inches or so underneath your armpit on either side. And then the top of your head. And you're welcome to use, both hands, do both sides, use, one finger or a few fingers. You'll kind of feel out what works for you the first few times that you do it. Okay, so just get comfortable, take a few deep breaths, and think about the anxiety that you're feeling right now and rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. We'll do that again at the end so you can see how much of a dent you've made in that. When you are comfortable and ready to go, you can start tapping on the karate chop point. And as always, we're going to start with statements of self-love. So this part you can repeat after me, either out loud or to yourself. Even though I feel this anxiety, I completely and lovingly accept myself. Even though this anxiety is overwhelming and I don't know what to do about it, I completely and lovingly accept myself. Even though I wish I didn't feel this way, I completely and lovingly accept myself. So moving now to the eyebrow point. So no repeating right now, just think about the questions that I'm asking. So what are you anxious about? Let's start with something bigger. For example, are you anxious about something not working out? Is it your health? Is it your career or your finances? Move to the side of the eye. Now try to get a bit more specific. What exactly about work are you anxious about? Or what exactly about your health? Whatever the big issue is. Under the eye. Could it be that this anxiety is stemming from somewhere else? Under the nose. Could it be that you are not anxious about something working out, but about what people will think of you if it doesn't? Under the mouth. Are you worried about how it will affect other people if your health declines? Collarbones. Are you worried about judgment from others? Under the arm. Sometimes we think we know what we're anxious about, some bigger issue or potential issue. Top of the head. But when we really think about it, it's something a lot more specific, like someone's judgment of us. On the eyebrow. Thinking about that anxiety, where does it rest? Side of the eye. Is it in your chest, your stomach, your shoulders, your head? Under the eye. What does it feel like in this area? Under the nose. How do you know that your anxiety is resting there? Under the mouth. Does it feel tense or like butterflies? Collarbone. Are you holding your muscles tightly? Does it feel like your head is bursting with racing thoughts? Under the arm. Making note of what happens to you physically when you experience anxiety will help you to identify the early stages in the future and enable you to get on top of it before it gets out of control. So just think about those sensations that you're feeling right now and where you're feeling them. Top of the head. I want you to take a deep breath in and release it. Eyebrow. What would happen if you didn't feel this anxiety? Side of the eye. Think about it. How would it feel? Under the eye. What good sensations would replace the uncomfortable ones you just identified? Under the nose. How would your life be different? Would you be happier? Would decisions be easier? Would it just feel easier in general day to day? Under the mouth. How would this moment be different? Would you be more relaxed? Would you be more present? Collarbone. The brain often feels anxiety because it thinks it's helping us out. It thinks it's drawing our attention to something that it believes needs our attention. Under the arm. It races over and over the same thoughts because it thinks that that will eventually result in a solution to whatever is making you anxious. Top of the head. In reality, it will be more difficult for you to resolve what is bothering you when you are distracted by the sensations of anxiety. Eyebrow. It is safe for your brain and your body to relax. Side of the eye. This problem will not be solved by high levels of anxiety. Under the eye. We are worse at problem solving when we are feeling these levels of anxiety and stress. Under the nose. Either out loud or to yourself, I want you to tell your brain right now, thank you for drawing my attention to this issue. Under the mouth. I know you are trying to support the solving of this problem by drawing my attention to it. Collarbone. But you have done your job. It is safe for you to release this anxiety. Under the arm. It is safe for you to slow your thinking. Top of the head. I choose to release this anxiety now. And you can gently stop tapping. Take a deep breath in and release it. So before we end, I would just like you to place your hands where it was that you felt your anxiety was resting. So for me, it's usually my chest and my stomach, but it could be anywhere, your shoulders, your neck, your head, really just anywhere where you felt like it was resting. Feel free to close your eyes for this next little bit if you want, or you can keep them open, no problem. So concentrate on that space. Imagine what your anxiety would look like filling that space. It might be dark, it might be like smoke, it might be more solid, like rocks sitting there, whatever resonates with you. I want you to breathe deeply into that space and release it. Focus on sending your breath to that area. The next time you breathe in, imagine a warm, bright light filling that space. And when you breathe out, imagine your anxiety, however you imagined it looking, being pushed out with your breath. And do that again. Breathe in warm, bright light. And breathe out your anxiety. Repeat this breathing and visualization as many times as you would like. And when you're done, take a moment to rate your anxiety again on a scale of 1 to 10. And remember, any move down is awesome, even if it's just a little bit. And you can always repeat this tapping exercise if you haven't reduced that anxiety as much as you would like to. And make sure before you move on with your day that you take a moment to just jot down any realizations or thoughts or feelings that came up for you while I was asking those questions. As I said before at the beginning, later you can journal about them, meditate about them, talk to somebody about them, or just otherwise reflect on what came up for you. Because getting to the root of that anxiety, as I said, you'll find it much easier to actually take action on that root cause and reduce those anxious feelings. And then by continually telling your brain that it's safe to release those feelings, you'll actually begin to rewire your patterns of thinking and change your default from anxiety to calm. And that's a much better place from which to problem solve than high stress, high anxiety. So I hope that this tapping exercise has helped you. And if it has not reduced your anxiety enough, you can always go back and repeat it or take a look at one of the other tapping videos that I've posted. I hope you guys all have a fantastic Monday, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.